What if I were to tell you, you don't have a speech problem? You don't have a stuttering problem. You don't have a communication problem. You don't even have an eye contact problem. The biggest problem that you have right now is a confidence problem. Let me explain. For the longest time, I hated my voice. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't even want to hear my voice over the phone. I had a communication problem. I had a stuttering problem. I even had an eye contact problem. I had so many of these problems for the longest time. And I was programmed to believe that that's how I was, that I had to accept it, that I had to deal with it, and that there was nothing I could do to change it, and that I'm supposed to live that way and accept it. And for a while, I believed it, I listened to it, but then it finally hit me. I finally realized something that nobody ever told me. I never had any of those problems. The biggest problem that I had was a confidence problem. Because think about it. Think about it. If you are talking to someone, right, and you have a hard time looking at them face to face, it is because you have a confidence problem. If you are talking to someone and you have a hard time communicating with them, or you have a hard time talking with them, or you catch yourself stuttering, that doesn't mean you have a stuttering problem. It doesn't mean that you have a speech problem. It's because you have a confidence problem. You're talking to someone that you've never talked to before. So of course you're not going to feel confident. But when you talk to someone you do know, you're confident. You don't have a speech problem. You don't have a stuttering problem. You don't even have an eye contact problem. And it is because you are talking to someone who you've known your entire life. You are talking to someone who you are comfortable talking to. And so many people have made me believe that, oh, the way I talk to one person is the way I'm going to talk to everyone. And no. That is the biggest lie that anybody will ever tell you. And that is the biggest lie. But that's what I believed for the longest time. And that's when I finally realized I didn't have a speech problem. I didn't have a stuttering problem. I didn't have a communication problem. I didn't have an eye contact problem. My biggest problem was confidence. I knew that if I could talk to one person this way, then I could talk to this person the same exact way. The only reason why I couldn't was because I wasn't confident enough yet to talk to them the same way I talk to people I already know. And that is what I had to get better with. But how do you get better with it? You get better with it by building up that repetition every single day. Practice by talking to people you've known for the longest time. Practice your confidence with them. Practice your communication. Practice your speech. Practice your eye contact. And then, when you talk to someone you don't know, you're going to see how much better you are now talking to them because you built up that repetition. You built up that practice by talking to people you've already known for the longest time. Again, that is the biggest lie that anyone could ever tell you. Oh, the way you talk to one person is the way you talk to everyone. No. Get that out of your head before it becomes a limiting belief that holds you back. Because it held me back for the longest time. I missed so many opportunities. I missed so many friendships. I missed so many relationships because I was programmed to believe, oh, the way you talk to this person, you're going to talk that same exact way to that person. And I believed it for the longest time, and it blew my life away. It drew my life away because I was getting held back by that belief that people have told me. And whoever's watching this video, I don't want to see that happen to you. And that is why I am making this video, to let all of you know that you never had a speech problem. You never had a communication problem. You never had a stuttering problem. You never had an eye contact problem. The biggest problem that you had was a confidence problem. So how do you build up your confidence? You build up your confidence by going to the gym. And as you build up your body, the confidence will get that much better. And as your body gets better, your mindset will get better. And as your mindset gets better, you'll start to see your communication get better. You'll start to see your eye contact gets better. You'll start to see that your stuttering gets better. And as you now talk to more people that you don't know, now you're going to be able to talk to them the same way you talk to people you do know, because you are building up that confidence every single time you go into that gym. Because there is no way that your confidence when you're speaking won't get better as your body and mindset get that much better as well. It is impossible. It is impossible, because that's what happened to me. When I was going to the gym every single day, as my body improved, as my mindset improved, my communication got better. I stuttered less. My eye contact got better. My speech got better. Because I finally understood that I never had any of those problems. The biggest thing that was holding me back from talking to people was my confidence. And so many people out there want us to believe, oh, you have a speech issue. There's nothing you could do about it. You have a stuttering problem. There's nothing you could do about it. You have a communication problem. There's nothing you could do with it. You have an eye contact problem. There's nothing you could do about it to fix it. But again, I'm here to tell you right now that that is the biggest lie that anyone will ever tell you. You go into the gym, you build up your body, your confidence gets better. You build up your mindset, your confidence gets better. And then you start to see how much better of a communicator you are now. You start to see how much better your speech is. You start to see how much you stutter less. You start to see how much better your eye contact is now when you are talking to people, because your body got better, your mindset got better, and then everything else that you are now better with is a byproduct, is a reward. Because as you build up the mind, the body follows, and then everything else will follow after that. That is the greatest reward that you could ever have. Because again, as your mindset gets better, everything else will follow after that. Build up the mind, everything else will follow. But again, I can't stress enough how many people have told me, oh, you have a speech problem. You need to take these speech classes. You need to do this. You need to do that. Nobody ever told me that it was a confidence problem. I had to tell myself that. And maybe some of you are in the same thing. Maybe, people have told you, oh, you have a speech problem. There's nothing you could do. Communication, stuttering, eye contact, all of those are problems. You're not going to be able to fix it. But I'm here to tell you right now that you could fix it by building up your confidence, building up those repetitions every single day, building up your repetition, building up your confidence by going into the gym every single day. As you build up your mindset and as you build up your body, you're going to see the amazing transformation that you are about to make with not only your body, with not only your mind, but your speech, your eye contact, everything. And you are now going to be a great communicator, because now you are going to finally understand that you never had a communication problem, you never had a speech problem, you never had a stuttering problem, you never had an eye contact problem. What you had was a confidence problem.